Boston gets it back to Clark, sidesteps Howard, she will launch and knock down a three.
Makes it look so easy.
Indiana and Clark with an early three here today.
They go step up, then they go reject, and then they fake the dribble.
Work when you're not seeing them.
Clark from way downtown carries it.
Well, the last time she was here, she had 19 assists, which broke a double.
Conley working it around here for the Fever. Good ball movement on this possession. Logo shot. Logo make for Clark.
The Indiana Fever. They make sure that the ball moves around until it gets back in the hands.
Picking up where she left off, she was huge in terms of her offensive production against Phoenix.
But the response for Caitlin Clark, top of the key three on the board.
Talked about the defense on Caitlin Clark, and Jordan Canada looks to close out, but again,
these three gold medalists as Boston dips inside and can't finish. Boston wrestling through a triple team. Here is Clark off the screen, launches and drops a triple.
After a rough start. Clark, a little bit of daylight.
This is that inbounds play. Caitlin to Aaliyah Boston. And Aaliyah Boston sets a great screen. It's a slight flare, but just enough space.
With plantar fasciitis. But her team is beating Indiana, and that's exactly what the Fever needed to start the fourth.
That might be one of the more contested looks that Caitlin Clark has gotten tonight, and that's what she knocked down. Like, she clearly just needs a defender right in her face.
Second was just called.
So, Caitlin Clark, as we get a look at this one, off the ball. Two Lynx players.
Caitlin Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent, a player whose skills transcend the game and leave fans in absolute awe. Whether it's her deep three-pointers, dazzling court vision, or elite playmaking,
now in between quarters, in between halves, to come out with the exact same energy, and especially that's one way to do it.
Over that left shoulder.
Austin had her 11th double-double of the season, and Clark hits a three.
So maybe it was a good timeout. You give Caitlin Clark this much space. She does such a great job of driving Carrington back.
They've scored 10 points off of 6 Fever turnovers, so that's really the difference in the game right now. Clark leaning and hitting. Wow!
Clark trying to shake free Mabry all over her. Here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. Caitlin Clark with a difficult look from deep. Boston, who also has a 15-5-5 game today. Here's Clark, catch, fire, and connect. Fifth three of the game for Clark.
Game so far from Caitlin Clark today. 13 assists and a couple.
Indiana trying to look inside. Going through this zone, cross-court pass, Clark to Mitchell. Big three for Indiana, and it's Clark's 13 assists. This is the franchise record tire.
3 minutes left to play in this one, and the hill is steep. 12 points, and the Fever looking to erase. Here's Clark, catch and shoot. Hits a three! Two-fag Benlay. Indiana will reset. Clark, fire away. You bet!
Come on.
Caitlin Clark with 14 points here in the first half.
I guess he determined that Ariel Atkins had possession.
Clark the switch on to Dolson, steps back and buries a triple.
Steph Dolson's in drop coverage, and the screen is so good.
Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a three.
Got a little separation. Watch Caitlin Clark get a little separation there. See, when the hand extends from the body, that is usually when they call an offensive foul.
and everything that makes her one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. One of the first things that stands out about Caitlin Clark is her shooting range. She has the ability to pull up from way beyond the three-point line with absolute confidence.
So when Caitlin goes off the ball, typically she comes off a stagger on the weak side, but she comes off a pin down here, wide open. Bang!
Connecticut, second last in the league in three-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles one in. Back and forth they go from deep. A gauntlet to begin her career.
No shot is too far away from the rim for Caitlin Clark. Carrington gets caught underneath the screen from Boston. It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night.
Clark, pull up three, that one. Clark was most recently named Rookie of the Month in the WNBA, the confidence personified by the youngster. Not afraid of the moment. Clark with the basketball. 9 total points in the game, steps it back from 3, knocks it down. Caitlin Clark's second deep shot.
Can't hit on 3. She's got 9, 8, and 5 right now. Clark with the step back deep 2. Money.
Well, that takes care of one category.
Her deep threes aren't just for show. They're a crucial part of her game, forcing defenders to step out and guard her well beyond the arc. This stretches the defense and creates open lanes for her teammates. Her shooting mechanics are near perfect. Quick release, smooth follow-through, and an uncanny ability to shoot off the dribble or in catch-and-shoot situations.
Biggest lead of the game for Vegas, it's up to 10.
I mean, Sydney Colson is a 42% three-point shooter.
Mitchell answers. It's just the second made 3 for Indiana.
Point deficit. Shot clock is off. The Fever can play for the final possession. Nobody picks up Clark, so she takes it in and lays it in. It's an and one for Caitlin Clark, who's putting together a first-half masterpiece.
Kelsey Mitchell sprints up for the guard-to-guard screen.
This is where Caitlin Clark wants to play faster. Oh, she finds a cutting Boston, and the vision from Clark. She's got 5 assists in just over 5 minutes. Well, she's had everything going here in the first quarter.
Vegas getting in transition. Yeah, she says her team is not great in transition defense.
Well, Vegas puts pressure on everybody in transition, but this is what Indiana has to do. They have to play in the open floor.
A little bit earlier, I asked Diana, what was your playing weight at UConn? She said 180. I said, what's your playing weight now? She said 155.
Well, there were
25 pounds.
Few factors in. Well, as you mentioned earlier, Mark, Caitlin.
Whether she's coming off a screen, pulling up in transition, or hitting a step-back 3 with a defender in her face, her shooting touch is elite. One of her signature moves is the Logo 3, where she effortlessly drains deep shots that would be considered bad looks for most players. But for Caitlin, it's just another day at the office. Caitlin Clark's handles are just as impressive as her shooting and passing. She has a tight dribble, allowing her to navigate through defenders with ease. Whether she's driving to the basket, creating separation for a jump shot, or setting up her teammates, her ball handling skills make her nearly impossible to guard. Beyond her skill set, what makes Caitlin Clark truly special is her competitiveness. She plays with fire, intensity, and an undeniable will to win. She leads by example, inspiring her teammates with her hustle and relentless energy. No moment is too big for her, and time again, she steps up when it matters most. If you love watching high-level basketball, Caitlin Clark's highlights are a masterclass in skill and basketball IQ. Let us know in the comments what your favorite Caitlin Clark moment is. And don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.